Well, I think I'm honestly like not the typical person that I've seen at Shelter Church, but everybody I see there has Jesus in their eyes, so it's okay. I'm an immigrant. I'm from Costa Rica. I came here when I was 7. I traveled a lot, but for the majority of my childhood, my family was Jehovah's Witness, so I don't think I celebrated my first birthday till I was like 16. But I think that had a big effect on the way I see like religion and Jesus and God and all of it put together. Because of the lifestyle of like moving around so much, like I think I went to like 13 different schools before I hit high school. Moving around so much, you're exposed to a lot of things, and I think Jesus has been like holding me almost like over the flames for most of my life, you know? Like my mom would always repeat that Romans verse, if God is with you, who can be against you? So that's always, Jesus had basically saved me from becoming a statistic. When I stopped being a Jehovah's Witness, it was like for the first time ever, I noticed this companion I'd had most of my life, because I'd always been told, you know, Jesus is the Son or the smaller God, you know, but that's not what I believe in, right? Now I believe in one God, you know, and the Son who is, you know, God in the flesh, you know. So I met him for the first time, and I remember the first thing I did was read Romans from beginning to end, and I read so many things that I'd never been told, you know, like faith is the only thing you need. I didn't know that. I thought, you know, a certain number of hours of like knocking on doors, I don't know what it's called anymore. You have to be a certain way and you can't have any imperfections, and that was distancing me from God. But when I found out that I can be imperfect and through Jesus I am perfect, then, you know, I met him. And now I just really want to be with him. When I came to Shelter Church, I remember I talked to a friend, and they were like, well, there's this church, you know, it's not like Spanish speaking or anything, but if you go there, I'm sure they'll accept you. And so I showed up the first day, and I remember I broke out in goosebumps the first day. I really did. And my mom started, like, she teared up because, like, everyone there was American, and I'm not American, but goodness, like, the Holy Spirit was everywhere. It really was. It was incredible. And then I talked to a few people, and I remember being like assured, you know, we baptize people and we let Jesus decide who's been baptized and who hasn't. And you know, like there's no barriers. It's not about how long you've been here or what your ethnicity is or anything. It felt so Christ-like, you know.
Ebi, it's an honor to be here with you tonight. And you have accepted Jesus into your heart and life, is that right? And you wish to be baptized. That's great. If you would, just put your hand on your nose, okay? All right. Ebi, I baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
My name is Ebi, and Jesus is changing my life.